5 months ago, we discussed on the channel how the TLX could be seeing an end to its product cycle a little bit early, it seems. Now, this vehicle came out, was a 2021 model year, this current generation TLX. And I saw it being produced, although I didn't really see a lot of them being produced, and none of them were actually moving through the plant when I was in Marysville last month. I should early this month, right? Beginning of February is when I toured the Marysville auto plant, where Honda is consolidating lines 1 and 2 for hybrid production, mixed with EV production, mixed with internal combustion only production. All right. So they're much more flexible now at that Marysville auto plant using new technology. It's really, really neat. But a casualty of this integration could be the TLX. And when I made that video 5 months ago, I was quoting Automotive News and their words about the TLX. The second generation TLX was refreshed for 2024. It's very, very minor. The grill's a little bit different. Had standard Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, wireless, for example, on that refresh, bigger wheels. I didn't drive any of the refresh models except the Type S. But this is what the big announcement was. Acura could end TLX production in late 2025. It's unclear whether there are plans to replace it, as a sedan is a slow seller and there aren't many buyers in the price range. Well, let's see. Do we have sales numbers on Wikipedia? Well, yikes. Look at what happened in 2023. It sold 16,000 units to 2024 down to 7,000 units. Now, part of it was due to the big drop in production in Marysville as they're reworking that assembly line. And it's going to be even last year for 2025. Now, there is a very, I'm going to trust my gut with this one, a very reputable poster over on Reddit. Apparently works for Marysville Auto Plant in producing some of the cars there. All right. But they are expecting production for the TLX to end in July. All right. So this lines up with what Automotive News was saying, and it kind of lines up with the demise of the sales on the TLX. It seems really sad. Now, the TLX, it's not a perfect car. It's a gorgeous car. Acura did a great job with the design, especially the Type S is a looker. But the TLX suffers from a lack of manual, which I know that's a very small percentage, but that's a part of it. That's not its biggest issue. It also suffers from its heavy weight. Now, I drove it, the Type S, on Laguna Seca. It's incredible. Like, it hides its weight pretty well, but it is heavy. All right. And the back seat legroom and passenger space back there is very, very compromised. All right. I think you actually have more space in the Integra than you do in the TLX's back seat. So the TLX, unfortunately, is just, it's a good product, but for a sedan and the sedan market, it needs to really, really stand out. And it doesn't beat any of its competition in terms of performance, even in the Type S. All right. Nor does it beat it in terms of technology or interior space. It looks really good, but looks aren't everything. So the TLX's life is likely going to end this summer. Now, I wanted to bring this up, okay? In March of 2023, I can't believe it's been about 2 years already since this news broke, but Honda is moving Accord production to Indiana as a part of a shift to these EVs. But it's been in production in Marysville, Ohio for 40 years, the Accord, and now it's going to Indiana because of the big reworking of the plant there. Now, I haven't seen anything about an update to this article. I believe the Accord is still slated to go to Indiana. And if that's the case, the TLX is going to be discontinued. So what is being produced there? Well, that means only the Integra would be produced there. That is until Acura's EV goes into production late this year, late 2025, coupe-like crossover EV. TLX gone, Accord leaving. EVs are going to be churning out of that plant, all right, from Afeela, from Honda, and Acura within about a year, and multiple models from those brands too. Is there anything outside of the Integra? Is anything else going to be built there? It's hard to say. But Honda has said that Marysville Auto Plant will be a flex line for hybrids too. Well, the Integra doesn't have a hybrid. Are they going to add a hybrid to that vehicle? Are they going to keep Accord production there? Some Accord production there? There's just a lot of mystery going on with Acura, Honda, and this plant, even though I went and toured it. But I feel like I have more questions than answers now with the TLX seemingly all but officially canceled out of the Marysville Auto Plant. And maybe Acura doesn't want the TLX to compete with this in any shape or form. This is a Honda 0 Series EV. Also, the Honda 0 Series Saloon is a flagship for Honda 0 Series. But other than the RDX, which is this SUV on the far right here, well, not exactly. This is the concept version. The real RDX actually is not going to look that good, which is weird because the Honda 0 Series EVs look incredible. Sorry, Abe's underneath of me with the Roomba remote, Roomba vacuum robot thing. Anyways, at least the camouflage RDX doesn't look as impressive as a Honda 0 Series SUV or the 0 Series Saloon. So maybe Acura will have a 0 Series sedan that the TLX could be replaced with. That's just an idea as well. I want to throw that out there because Marysville is obviously fresh on my mind. Also, about a year ago in March, we had these patent leaks of a design of a car that looks like an Acura version, at least in terms of parameters or measurements. It looks awfully similar to the Accord. Obviously, the grille is very different. Now, it came out that this just ended up being a concept that was never released to the public from Acura. It looks very strange. The front almost looks like an EV because of lack of airflow. The rear has quad tip exhaust, and the proportions of it look like an Accord. Could Acura still do something with this idea? Not exactly look like this, but do something with this idea. I got more images of it. Where they could succeed here is, well, the Accord no longer has a 2-liter turbo. The Accord doesn't have the 3-liter turbo. But guys, this car doesn't look performance to me. It looks like I don't even know what it looks like. It looks like an Accord that has an Acura grille and Acura logo potentially. That's what it looks like. It doesn't look anything sporty. And Acura, their whole identity is precision crafted performance and being the performance division of Honda. This is not it. Could they beef up an Accord to be sportier? Absolutely. When I was in Japan this past fall, the 0 Series EV, all the guts of that anyways was put into a Honda Accord on a wide body, and it looked insane that a Honda Accord. Imagine they just put some, Diamond Pentagon grills, some Acura, jewel eye headlights, chicane, all that stuff with a wide body. Give us 3-liter single turbo or the 2-liter turbo. I think it could actually sell quite well, and it would remedy a lot of the shortcomings of the current TLX, which is the main one, which is rear legroom, and give it better technology than what it currently has. I don't know. I don't know what Acura is up to with the TLX. I should say the replacement of the TLX. It looks like it's going to die this summer as the Accord goes to Indiana to be produced. And is Acura just going to have one sedan / liftback, the Integra? Are they just going to have the ADX as well for the entry-level models, and then they're just going to go back to a 4-model brand for internal combustion and then sprinkle in EVs to fill the niche? I don't know. But a lack of a TLX, guys, this is crazy because if we go back to Wikipedia here, TLX, well, as itself has not been around super long. All right. The TLX came out, with its naming in 2014 or so. But if we go back to the TL was all the way back was it really in the 90s? Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, the TL replaced the Vigor naming, and it got I wouldn't say got much bigger over the years. But the Vigor, I remember my pastor growing up, he had the Acura Vigor, all right, which was then rebadged as a TL. This model was quite ugly, to be honest. This is probably one of my least favorite Acura designs ever, from all the way up until 99 to 03. And then one of my favorite Acura designs of all time, the 3rd generation TL. And it's just crazy that this lineage, going back from the Vigor to the TL to the TLX, it could all be erased. Well, not erased, but discontinued, canceled. Kind of how like the Legend was in the RL, the RLX, then it was canceled. I think the writing's on the wall, guys, and it's just sad. It's really, really sad that I don't know, what would have saved it? Let me know what you guys think. What would have saved Acura's mid-size sedan? They couldn't save the full-size sedan. They brought in the Integra, and the Integra is going to be fine. I don't see the Integra going anywhere, to be honest. But nothing's permanent. Nothing's sacred in this world anymore. And so what would save it? I don't know. A hybrid? Just an idea? They'll make something like this. Rework an Accord, put a powerful hybrid in there, and call it a day. I don't know. I don't know what Acura is going to do, but I'll see you guys in the comments below. Maybe you can think of something better or come up with something that I haven't thought of yet. But the writing's on the wall. The TLX is almost guaranteed. It's seemingly all but official to be discontinued this summer, July 2025. I'll see you guys in the comments. Rest in peace, TLX, if this ends up being true. It seems like 95% chance it's going to be discontinued or greater with no replacement. So thank you guys. Catch you in the next one. Peace.